top local news from the station you trust. Newstalk 750 WSB. Atlanta's news, weather, traffic, and Braves station. Depend on it.
Oh, yes, it's raining. Atlanta's morning news continues on Newstalk 750 WSB at 6 o'clock. I'm Scott Slade.
There's going to be some devastation. The beaches are going to erode. You're going to find property lines torn up from surge from the ocean.
And we'll soon find out if that prediction comes true as Hurricane Floyd makes landfall near Wilmington, North Carolina this morning. Our live team coverage continues with WSB meteorologist Kirk Mellish.
Wind reports coming in show a peak wind gust of 123 miles an hour at Topsail Beach, North Carolina, near the time Floyd made landfall at about 3 a.m. near Cape Fear as a Category 2 storm. New Hanover County, North Carolina, reported a wind gust of 130 miles an hour. Additional weakening of the storm is likely during the next 6 to 12 hours as Floyd moves across eastern North Carolina. Thereafter, Floyd is expected to remain a Category 1 hurricane as it passes just east of Long Island, New York. Based on the new forecast track, hurricane warnings have been extended northward all the way to Plymouth, Massachusetts. Continuing our team coverage now, near ground zero is WSB's Jamie Dupree.
Kirk, while Floyd is ashore, the storm is still pretty strong. As you mentioned, wind gusts are knocking my truck around pretty good on the road today as we try to figure out how much damage has been done. The big problem in the Carolinas along the coast may not be wind damage, though, but flooding. Many areas are getting well over 12 inches of rain. Now, damage reports are still sketchy. For the most part, though, in South Carolina, it's limited to downed trees and minor damage to homes. Electricity is out to thousands of people. Scores of utility trucks are already on the road. We're headed now toward Wilmington, where the storm came ashore, trying to get a fix on just how much damage was done. Live along the Carolina border, Jamie Dupree, Newstalk 750 WSB.
Well, now that the storm has passed us, when do coastal Georgians get to go back home? I'm Bob Cox.
And I'm Marcy Williams. 8 are dead in a church shooting in Fort Worth, Texas.
Braves come home with a one-game lead in the National League East. This is Steve Holden on the sports in 10 minutes.
Temperature at 6:02, 65 degrees. Good sleeping weather coming. Go back to bed. I'm WSB meteorologist Kirk Mellish.
And I'm Chris Monroe with the WSB 24-hour traffic center. A peaceful start to the rush hour, although the volume will be picking up very rapidly on the big three out of the northern suburb. 75 already getting crowded around 575 for Kennesaw commuters. More in just 6 minutes here on Newstalk 750 WSB.
WSB News Time 6:03, 3 past 6. This portion of Atlanta's most informative morning program is sponsored by Stone Mountain Toyota.
With coastal Carolinians now braving the wind and the rain, people along the Georgia coast are getting ready to return home. Our team coverage continues with WSB's Matt Reese. He reports from GEMA headquarters. The mandatory evacuation order is expected to be lifted in a couple of hours.
This was the largest evacuation in Georgia history. Now the mission is to get everybody home.
500,000 Georgians back to their homes who were not damaged by Hurricane Floyd.
It's a huge relief for GEMA Director Gary McConnell.
Other than Governor Barnes, I'm probably the happiest person you can find in the state of Georgia.
Of course, everybody's worried about I-16, and the DOT's Vicki Gavalis understands why few people would want to wait until the traffic thins out.
Been in a shelter first thing in the morning. It wouldn't be soon enough.
From GEMA headquarters, Matt Reese, Newstalk 750 WSB.
The coast does seem to have weathered the hurricane just fine, as we hear live this morning from WSB's Richard Sangster in Savannah.
Yeah, good morning, Marcy, and we're doing pretty good this morning here in Savannah. And for the folks who are not happy about this forced evacuation or the slow trek home, Chatham County Emergency Management folks tell me it could have been a lot worse. 500,000 people left, and this morning some are already on the move, not willing to wait for the bell to ring. This morning here in Chatham County, Savannah Electric tells us 38,000 customers are in the dark. There are trees down, damaged homes and businesses. Schools are still closed and will remain so until Monday. In fact, the folks here at Emergency Management Center would prefer that residents who are headed this way would make a long weekend out of it and return home on Monday. Reporting live from Savannah, Richard Sangster, Newstalk 750 WSB.